Welcome to our channel.
Today we're diving into some essential tips to help you ace the IELTS writing section. I know that for many of you, the writing component can feel like the most daunting part of the exam. Under time pressure, you need to generate ideas, structure them coherently, and all while showcasing your best English. It's a tall order, but definitely achievable with the right approach. We're here to demystify the process and give you practical, actionable advice that you can start implementing right away. Over the next few minutes, I'll be walking you through 5 crucial areas that can significantly boost your writing score. We'll cover everything from the very first step of truly understanding what the question is asking to the final critical stage of reviewing your work. These aren't just random suggestions, they are strategies that successful IELTS candidates use consistently. Think of this video as your roadmap to a clearer, more confident and higher scoring IELTS writing performance. So grab a notebook, perhaps a cup of tea, and let's get started on this journey together. My goal today is to empower you with the knowledge and techniques that will make a real difference. We believe that with focused preparation and a clear understanding of what examiners are looking for, you can transform your writing from a source of anxiety into an opportunity to shine. Stay with us until the end, because each tip builds upon the last, creating a comprehensive strategy for your success. Let's unlock your potential and get you that score you deserve. The very first and arguably most critical step in conquering the IELTS writing task is to thoroughly understand the question. It might sound obvious, but you'd be surprised how many candidates lose precious marks simply because they haven't fully grasped what's being asked of them. Before you even think about putting pen to paper or fingers to keyboard, dedicate a few focused minutes to dissecting the prompt. This isn't wasted time, it's an investment that will pay dividends in the clarity and relevance of your essay. Misinterpreting the question can lead you down a path where, no matter how well you write, your response won't meet the specific requirements, directly impacting your task response score. So, take a deep breath and really engage with the question. So how do you effectively decode the prompt? Start by identifying the keywords. These are the crucial nouns, verbs and adjectives that define the topic and the scope of the question. Underline them or make a mental note. Next, determine the specific task type. Is it asking for your opinion? Are you expected to discuss both views of an argument and then give your opinion? Perhaps it's a problem-solution essay or one that requires you to analyze causes and effects. Each task type demands a different structural approach and specific language. Recognizing this early on is fundamental to crafting an appropriate and high-scoring response. Don't rush this. Clarity here sets the foundation for everything that follows. The common pitfall is focusing on only one part of a multifaceted question. Many IELTS prompts, especially for Task 2, will have 2 or even 3 components that need addressing. For instance, a question might ask you to discuss the advantages and disadvantages of a particular trend and state whether the advantages outweigh the disadvantages. If you only focus on the pros and cons without explicitly addressing the outweigh part, your response will be incomplete. Similarly, be wary of nuanced language. Words like to what extent, discuss, evaluate, or analyze have specific meanings in an academic context. Ensure you understand these subtle distinctions to deliver precisely what the examiner is looking for. Therefore, make it a non-negotiable part of your strategy to spend those initial moments purely on understanding. Read the question multiple times if necessary. Paraphrase it in your own mind to ensure you've got it right. Ask yourself, what exactly do they want me to write about? What specific points must I cover? This careful preliminary analysis will guide your planning and writing, ensuring that your essay is focused, relevant, and directly answers the question posed. This initial clarity is the bedrock upon which a strong essay is built, preventing you from veering off topic and ensuring every sentence you write contributes to fulfilling the task. Once you've thoroughly understood the question, the temptation might be to dive straight into writing. However, resisting this urge and dedicating a few minutes to planning your answer is a game changer. Think of it like building a house. You wouldn't start laying bricks without a blueprint, would you? Similarly, a well-thought-out plan provides the structure and direction your essay needs to be coherent, logical, and comprehensive. Many test takers skip this step, fearing they'll run out of time. But effective planning can actually save you time in the long run by preventing you from getting stuck or going off on tangents mid-essay. It's a crucial bridge between understanding the question and crafting a compelling response. So what does effective planning entail? It starts with brainstorming. Jot down any ideas, arguments, examples, or vocabulary that come to mind related to the question. Don't censor yourself at this stage, just get your thoughts out. Once you have a pool of ideas, begin to filter and select the strongest, most relevant points that directly address the prompt. Aim for 2 or 3 main ideas for your body paragraphs in Task 2, or the key features to describe in Task 1. Then create a simple outline. This doesn't need to be elaborate. A few bullet points for your introduction, each body paragraph, topic sentence, and supporting details/examples, and your conclusion will suffice. This structure will be your guide. The benefits of this planning phase are numerous. Firstly, it ensures your essay has a logical flow. When you know where you're going with each paragraph, your arguments will connect more smoothly, enhancing coherence. Secondly, a plan helps you ensure that all parts of the question are addressed systematically, which is vital for your task response score. Thirdly, it can significantly reduce stress during the actual writing process. Instead of worrying about what to write next, you can focus on expressing your planned ideas clearly and effectively using good language. It also helps in managing your time, as you have a roadmap to follow, preventing you from spending too much time on one section. To make planning practical under exam conditions, use the rough paper provided or make light pencil notes. Some people prefer mind maps, others a linear list of bullet points. Find what works best for you through practice. Remember, the plan is for your eyes only. It doesn't need to be perfectly neat or grammatically flawless. Its purpose is to organize your thoughts and provide a framework for your writing. Spending even 5 to 7 minutes on this stage can dramatically improve the quality and organization of your essay, making your arguments clearer and your overall response much more impactful. It's an investment that truly pays off. Now that you understand the question and have a solid plan, it's time to focus on the language you use. 2 of the key marking criteria for the IELTS writing section are lexical resource, which is your vocabulary, and grammatical range and accuracy. These criteria assess your ability to use a wide range of vocabulary appropriately, and your command of English grammar, including sentence structures and punctuation. Simply put, the examiner wants to see that you can express complex ideas clearly and precisely using varied and accurate language. This doesn't mean you need to use incredibly obscure words or overly convoluted sentences, but rather that you demonstrate flexibility and control in your language choices. When it comes to lexical resource, the aim is to showcase a good range of vocabulary relevant to the topic. This means avoiding repetition of common words by using synonyms where appropriate. For instance, instead of repeatedly saying good, you might use beneficial, advantageous, positive, or favorable, depending on the context. Using topic-specific vocabulary also demonstrates your ability to discuss the subject with precision. However, a word of caution: only use words that you are confident you understand and can use correctly. Using a sophisticated word incorrectly can be more detrimental than using a simpler word accurately. Focus on natural and appropriate language rather than trying to impress with words you're unsure of. For grammatical range and accuracy, the examiners are looking for your ability to use a variety of sentence structures effectively. This means moving beyond simple sentences and incorporating compound and complex sentences into your writing. For example, using conjunctions like although, whereas, or while to connect ideas can create more sophisticated sentence patterns. Equally important is accuracy. Ensure your sentences are grammatically correct, paying attention to subject-verb agreement, tenses, articles, prepositions, and punctuation. Consistent grammatical errors can obscure your meaning and will lower your score even if your ideas are good. Aim for a balance between complexity and accuracy. So how can you improve in these areas? Consistent reading of good quality English texts, articles, essays, reports is invaluable. This exposes you to new vocabulary and context and different sentence structures. When you learn new words, try to learn their collocations, words that commonly go together, and practice using them in your own sentences. Actively work on varying your sentence beginnings and structures in your practice essays. Seek feedback on your writing, specifically asking about vocabulary and grammar. Over time and with deliberate practice, you'll find your ability to use language with greater range, precision, and accuracy will significantly improve, directly impacting your IELTS writing score. One of the most common reasons candidates don't achieve their target score in IELTS writing is a failure to stay on topic and maintain a coherent argument. This directly impacts the task achievement for Task 1 or task response for Task 2 criterion, which assesses how well you have addressed all parts of the prompt and presented a relevant response. It's not enough to just write well in terms of grammar and vocabulary. Your ideas must directly relate to the question asked and be presented in a logical, easy-to-follow manner. Drifting away from the core subject or failing to link your points clearly can confuse the examiner and significantly weaken your essay. How can you ensure you stay firmly on topic? Your plan, which we discussed earlier, is your best friend here. Constantly refer back to it and, more importantly, to the original question as you write each paragraph. Before you start a new paragraph, ask yourself, how does this point directly address the question? Each body paragraph should have a clear central idea, usually introduced in a topic sentence, and all supporting sentences within that paragraph should develop or explain that specific idea. Avoid introducing new unrelated points mid-paragraph. Stick to the arguments you decided on during your planning phase to maintain that crucial focus. Beyond just staying on topic, your essay needs to be coherent and cohesive. Coherence refers to the logical organization and connection of your ideas, making your essay easy to understand. Cohesion refers to the linguistic links between sentences and paragraphs that help your writing flow smoothly. This is achieved through the effective use of linking words and phrases such as, however, furthermore, in contrast, as a result. These signposting words guide the reader through your arguments. Additionally, using pronouns effectively to refer back to previously mentioned nouns and ensuring a consistent development of ideas also contributes to overall cohesion and coherence. Common mistakes that lead to a lack of focus or coherence include introducing too many ideas without developing any of them sufficiently, including personal anecdotes or information that is not directly relevant to an academic essay, or failing to clearly signal the relationship between different parts of your argument. To avoid these pitfalls, make sure each paragraph has a singular focus. Use transition signals appropriately to link ideas not just within paragraphs but also between them. And always keep the main question in your mind as the guiding star for every sentence you write. A well-focused and coherent essay is much more persuasive and will undoubtedly score higher. Once you've written the final sentence of your essay, it can be tempting to breathe a sigh of relief and consider the task complete. However, allocating a few minutes at the end for reviewing and proofreading is an absolutely essential stage that many candidates unfortunately overlook, especially when under time pressure. This final check can make a significant difference to your overall score. It's your last chance to catch any errors, clarify any ambiguities, and ensure your essay presents your ideas in the best possible light. Think of it as polishing a diamond. The raw material might be good, but the final polish makes it truly shine. So what should you be looking for during this review process? It's a good idea to have a mental checklist. Firstly, reread the question one last time and then read your essay to ensure you've fully addressed all parts of the prompt, which is task response. Have you answered everything that was asked? Are your main arguments clear and well supported? Secondly, check for coherence and cohesion. Does your essay flow logically? Are your paragraphs well structured with clear topic sentences? Are your linking words used correctly and effectively? This macro-level review ensures your message is clear. Next, zoom in on the micro-level details, your vocabulary and grammar. Look for any instances of repetitive vocabulary that you could vary. Are there any words used awkwardly or incorrectly? Then scan for common grammatical errors. And this includes subject-verb agreement, correct tense usage, article errors like a, an, or the preposition mistakes, and very importantly, punctuation. Spelling mistakes can also create a poor impression, so keep an eye out for those too. It's often difficult to spot your own errors immediately after writing, but even a quick, focused read-through can help you identify and correct several mistakes. To make your proofreading more effective, try to leave at least 3 to 5 minutes at the end specifically for this purpose. If possible, try to read your essay as if you were the examiner. Sometimes reading your sentences slightly out of order or even from the end to the beginning can help you spot errors you might otherwise miss because your brain won't automatically correct them. Don't try to fix everything at once. Perhaps do one quick read for overall sense and task response and then another specifically for grammar and spelling. Those few extra minutes spent refining your work can elevate your essay from good to great, demonstrating care and attention to detail. So there you have it, 5 crucial tips to help you navigate the IELTS writing section with greater confidence and skill. We've covered the importance of truly understanding the question, the power of effective planning, how to showcase your vocabulary and grammar, the necessity of staying on topic and maintaining coherence, and finally, the vital role of reviewing and proofreading your work. Remember, mastering IELTS writing is a journey, not a destination. It requires consistent practice and a conscious application of these strategies. I truly hope these insights from myself, Emma, on behalf of Manoj and this channel will be incredibly helpful as you prepare for your exam. Start implementing these tips in your practice sessions, and you'll begin to see a tangible improvement in the quality and structure of your essays. Believe in your ability to improve. Stay focused on your goals, and approach the writing task methodically. With dedication and the right techniques, you are more than capable of achieving the IELTS score you need for your future endeavors, be it academic or professional. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tips and tricks to help you succeed in your IELTS exam. We'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What's your biggest challenge when it comes to IELTS writing? Or which of these tips did you find most helpful? Your engagement helps us create content that truly supports your learning journey. We'll be back soon with more valuable insights. Until then, keep practicing and best of luck.